Now for the Exchange server, as I mentioned, for DC1 and DC2, I'm gonna power on this machine. Okay, and power on also the other machine, which will be gonna be the Exchange one. We mentioned we're gonna make the same as we did on the Windows server. Exactly, except for it's a different IP, it's a different domain name, and definitely it's a different DNS. So let's wait until it's already initiated. I'm running it for the first time here after cloning from the clone machine. It's preparing for the first time, so it's the same. Just a quick revision here. Click next. Accept the terms. We'll do the same for the other server, which is called XE1. Okay, we're gonna pass this one, of course. Accept the term. The error you saw, it's not, it's I think related to the VMware because of the low resources of the RAMs or something like that. So I'm waiting until one of them is running. Okay, now this is DC1, the domain controller, which include now we knew the difference between Ahmed and administrator. So let's save the time and move with the administrator and create the password. Okay, and okay, thank you. The same with the other one. It's not yet initiated. Every time when you try to move the mouse, it's not working. Quickly hit Control and Alt, and it will be released and free to move. Okay, after it's now logged in for the DC, as we mentioned, we're gonna make the same. It's a work group, but before that, we need to change the name first. So I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna change it according to the book. van-dcu1. This is for the domain controller 1. And the other one, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, and we're gonna change before restarting. I'm gonna change the IP as well. The IP here is gonna be, right click on it, properties, uncheck IP6 as I mentioned, then IP4. For the exchange, according to the book, it's 10 10 0 10. Let must leave it as it is, and of course 10 10 0 10. I forgot to type here the 0. Okay, Okay, so and for the other one, let's log in with administrator. This is the first time, so we have to enter the administrator. Something wrong. PA. Yes. Now we can restart in order to update the information. As we mentioned, when we restart, we have to mention why we are starting, because everything is recorded in the event viewer. And now we need also to change the IP. Right click, uncheck IP6. IP4 is gonna be 10 10 0. This is gonna be 21 for the other one, and 10 10 0 10 for the domain controller DNS. Then after that, IP doesn't require a restart, but changing the name requires a restart. This is gonna be named according to the book van-ex1 or van-ex. Okay. Yeah, change, restart as well. Then we're gonna go back to the DC, log in with it, administrator, password, then we're gonna install here the active work group. So we're gonna install Active Directory with the same way that we did before. On the server 2008 release to Enterprise was just Active Directory. Now we can log into this one, administrator, password. Okay. Here we need to share some folders, so we make sure it is already shared with us. Settings. Make sure we're gonna use some folders here. Folder share files disabled, so we need to enable. Yeah, okay. Just enable it. Everything is there. Then go to next. Of course, new first. This one, according to the book that you study from, it's called adatum.com. adatum.com. Then here we choose the Windows environment that we're gonna work with. DNS, then yes, okay. These are the folders will be created. Let's add the password here. This will take some seconds here. It takes just seconds. Here, until Active Directory is up and running, we can extract the downloaded file of Windows, of Exchange. Go to computer. I think it was here. Yeah, it is this one. Double click on it and it will be extracted into a folder. Now Active Directory is finished. It asks for a start. Let me check the folder first if it is extracting or not. Okay, so we can restart now. We can extract this file later, or until already we can extract it anyway. Start computer from the other server, since we have the same shared resources and folders. Option, shared. Just enable it and it's already there. Okay, yeah, the tempo, exchange. Until this file is already extracted into its folder, you can go back to the domain controller and you can switch between them. Yes, it says yes. Okay, run extracting files. Okay, until extracting according to what's going here, we're gonna use Active Directory and we're gonna create a person called Game Hackers, but we wait until the full installation and initialization of Active Directory. Okay, here's active. It asks for the directory to be extracted /exchange. Okay, thank you. And go here. DC1 still applying. It's extracting into a drive Z into tempo. So when we switch to that, it's going to be drive Z instead of C, then tempo, then exchange. Okay. DC1. We're going to run some commands, but we're still waiting until this virtual machine, this Active Directory is finished the installation. This one seems taking, okay, come on. Then Alt Control Delete. Now it is editum, of course, password. Okay. Then here in the active, after the Active Directory has been installed, make sure the NS is working properly. With the same procedure, go to CMD and type NS lookup. I should make server just localhost. It didn't say anything, so DNS is not working. Domain is editum, so I can go to start administrative do the same for the DNS to create and add the zone of the reversed zone. When DC1 reversed zone is empty, right click, add reversed zone. Next, primary zone, yes, it is a primary one. Then IP4, then we type here 10 10 0. Then again, instead of restarting the entire server, we're gonna type, if I type here ipconfig whatever, it's unknown, I have to exit of that. Then ipconfig slash flash DNS. Okay, then ipconfig slash register DNS. Okay, now try the NS lookup. Yeah, not yet activated. Oh yes, I didn't, sorry, DNS I didn't update it at 127.0.0.1. see, I have to update this as well because I said the reverse is 10.10.0 and I didn't correct it here. I have to correct it from the IP address here. Local area connection, properties, and in here, yeah, 10.10.0.10. okay, this is my domain one. Let's check if it will be done automatically or I need to reflash again. Yes, it's done. Okay, thank you very much. And now the NS is ready. Now I need to add a user. This user will be the admin of the exchange. To do that, we go to administrative tools, Active Directory users, computers. I'm gonna create a user account and the users. Here is create a new user. His name is Kim Hackers. What's the last name? Hackers. And the login will be Kim_Hackers with the password. He doesn't have to change the password and the password never expires. After that, I need right click on Kim and give the properties. So I need Kim to be a member of okay, he is already now domain user. I need it to be also to be a member of Enterprise admins, yeah, okay, and to be also a member of domain admins, domain admins, yes, domain admins, okay, and should be also scheme admin groups, member of schema admin, this which I'm gonna schema admin, yes, because I'm gonna create the schema and it should be part of that schema. Right click on it again, make sure properties and his group, member of domain user, enterprise, schema admin, yes, okay. After that, if I hope the file had been already extracted, thank you here, okay, thank you very much. Where is the extraction file here? F5, yes, exchange. So I can go now into domain controller, then go to the command prompt, type cmd, Z drive, move to Z drive Z, then change directory to tempo, yes, then change directory to exchange, yes, where I extracted the files. Then I'm gonna type setup space slash prepare schema, enter. Don't touch any key, because if you press any key it will cancel preparing the schema. It will take some time to prepare it. Complete. Great. Just still don't touch anything. Okay. And after that, we will run some commands. See in the background here some procedure have been done or processed. I don't know if you monitored that, observed that or not. If you went back just 1 minute before, you're gonna find it. Here's some movement and some modification have been done. Okay, performing execution server checkup. If you went just 1 minute before, you will see little changes have been done or some movement, which means some process is already working on the background. See, I don't know if you feel that or not. Completed, still working on it. Here we can open another one. We can open notepad, rich text, and we can paste some commands here, because here these commands I already pasted from the book, because if you copy it and paste it in the PowerShell as is, it will not activate, because both of them should be on the same line like this. You go to at the end of the line, then hit delete, end of the line, hit delete, because hit on the line, hit delete. All of them should be on the same line, otherwise the command will not be activated. I'm still waiting. Expanding Active Directory schema. it's coming close to an end. All these commands are running on the domain controller, and as I told you, there's a bunch of commands that if you copy it from the book by right click on it and select the select tool, not the hand tool. If you're using the hand tool, select the hand tool and you copy it. If you paste it into the PowerShell, this one, okay, or into command prompt, it will not work. You need to make it into notepad to be into one line. It couldn't be into separate lines. Okay, until this finish, let's join X to the domain. Oh no, wait, and because it's maybe accessing. No, okay. See, it's still a work group, so we can go here, change. Domain should be a datum. See, administrator, password, yeah. Now finished. Let's go to the other command here, which is preparing Active Directory. Type setup space slash to prepare Active Directory slash organization name. The organization name, I'm gonna make it a datum org. Oh, still don't touch any key. Domain, okay. Let's type it .com. Administrator. Yes. Restart to be a part of the domain, okay. One wait until this one finishes. Okay, last one here, setup slash prepare all domains. So don't touch anything here. Now Alt Control Delete. Administrator, no, I want to log in with the Kim Ackers, see if he is already Kim _ hackers with a password. Yes. Okay. Okay, after setup prepare all domain has been finished, we switch to the exchange and we log in as administrator. Okay, then we copy and paste this entire line that we copied from the book, import Joule, and we go to the PowerShell. We type it, enter, and wait until it is initialized. As I mentioned, we copied that from the book. Me myself, I don't memorize it all. So let's see here the result. Success. Okay, so there is another command. It's import, not import alias. It's import module. See, okay, space server manager. Okay, it's gonna be set dash service space dash name space net TCP port sharing space start up type automatic something wrong with set service name net TCP. Yeah. Okay, after we restart for this error, to avoid these errors, we type set service dash name dot port sharing automatic. Okay, we need to restart in order to activate the downloaded services. Then the next step, then we can log off now, or we continue and try to log off and use the user that we created, Kim Hackers, to install the exchange. Switch user cam underscore hackers password, and now here we go to computer where we extracted the file of exchange. Tempo, yeah, this one, and we go to setup. Then we can install access. We don't have appropriate, so we can log off and log in the administrator to set up the server here. Data. After we restarted the machine, then we go to set service name of the service, name of the service. It is net TCP port sharing uh, dash start up type automatic. What's the wrong here? Set up type automatic. Port sharing, yeah, port sharing is mistyped. Should be port sharing. Yes, this one is right. Then we can move to the folder where we downloaded and extracted the exchange, and we click on setup. Follow the instructions. We look in at the administrator or the game actors as administrator, either of them, but make sure the game actors is working as administrator as well. And we follow the instructions. Usually there is nothing wrong with the installation, except the installation asks for some updates, some files to be downloaded from the internet. So when you download the files, just make sure that you copy them into the shared folder, like on the Z drive on your tempo or downloads. Downloads is already shared, so if we download anything, it should be in the downloaded folder. So mostly there will not be any complicated windows if everything is properly installed, except it will the server will ask us to install some as I told you, it will ask, sometimes it will ask for some files. If your Windows Server already updated through your installation, it may not ask for it. So it's a different scenarios. It depends on your Windows Server. I don't think that my Windows Server updated anything because if you install, for example, your Windows Server for a week or two, and this lab is after a week or two, and you installed some updates, so maybe don't need it. So let's check here until the process start. Then yes, okay, click on next, accept the license, next. We don't use sending report. Then choose the typical one. Typical one will install the hub transport, client access, and the mailbox. Then language. What else? User control. What else do we need here? Exchange language. It didn't come to the language yet. Those feature exchange version 12. We don't have anyone running Windows. We don't have anyone running Outlook, so we're gonna leave it as is. What else? We don't have. Yes, I'm just making sure that we don't have here. Make sure the client access as well is not selected. Here I'm just reading here what's written, so I'm making sure everything according to all. I don't want, of course, to join the program. Let's wait. Now it's installing. So as I told you, usually this will take a little longer time, as we also almost similar to when we installed Windows Server. And usually sometimes it comes to the hub transport rule and it asks for some missing files or some updates, so you need to download these files and then reinstall them. You can go to download it, and since the download folder is already shared, So we can run it after that. Okay, now here, as I mentioned, it's some errors, but it's not an error. It says here it requires update, and it shows you where to get the update from. Here is an update, and here is another one. How many updates it needs? 1, 2, 3, 4. Some updates, all of them just hot fixes and updates. You just need to download them, or you can make this server connect to the internet and can download it directly. I prefer not, and download it, and in the download then install them, then continue installing the Windows server. Thank you.